Now we're going to look at expressions that have fractional bases. So fractions raised to a negative exponent. Let's take a look at example 1 here. We're evaluating this expression. We know from our work before with negative exponents that this should be 1 over 1/2 raised to the 4th power. And 1/2 raised to the 4th power is 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, or 1/16. Now remember that 1 over something really means 1 divided by that number. And when we divide fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal, which is 16 over 1, or 16. And 1 times 16 is 16. Let's take a look at another example similar. This should be 1 over 3/2 raised to the positive 2 power. And so that's going to be 1 over 3/2 times 3/2, which would be 9/4. And that's 1 divided by 9/4, which is 1 times 4/9, or 4/9. Now there is a quicker way we can get to our answers, and that is to recognize that if you have a fractional base, what you can do is you can just take the reciprocal. The reciprocal of a over b is b over a, and raise it to the positive n power. So let's use that little shortcut here. So 1/5 raised to the negative 2 power would be the reciprocal, which is 5 raised to the positive 2 power. And that's going to give us 25. 6/7 raised to the negative 1 power would be 7/6 raised to the positive 1 power. So the reciprocal and then raised to the positive power. And that's just going to be 7/6. In C, we have negative 5/3 raised to the 2. Now be careful here. The negative is not in the exponent. The negative is in the base. And a positive exponent means repeated multiplication. So that's negative 5/3 times itself is positive 25/9. Let's do a few more here. Negative 3/2 to the 2nd power. Okay, here our negative is not part of what's being squared. The squaring only applies to what is in the parentheses. So that's, I'm just going to bring that negative down, and then that's 3/2 times itself, because a positive exponent means repeated multiplication. So that's negative 9/4. In E, we have negative 3/2 raised to the 2nd power, and that for that expression, the exponent applies to the entire parentheses, because the exponent applies to its immediate left, and that parentheses is to the immediate left. So that's negative 3/2 times negative 3/2, which is positive 9/4. So you see we get different results for these two. Now let's check out the last one. This is 3/2 raised to the negative 2. Well, so this is a negative exponent, so that means we're going to reciprocate, or take our reciprocal and raise it to the positive power. So that's going to be 2/3 times 2/3 is 4/9. All right, your turn to try the A below on your own. Pause the video while you do this. All right, this one is a negative exponent, so we're going to take its reciprocal, and the base is reciprocal, and raise it to the positive exponent, so that should be 9. Now try B. This one should give you 27/64. And now try C. And this one, the base is negative. The exponent is positive, so it just means repeated multiplication. All right, that is it.